I think we are recording now. Uh, Hello, Ahmad. Now we are recording this for the sake of the project in our big data science. Can you tell us a little bit about you? What's your name, your age, your education level? What's your job position?
Right. Welcome, Mr. Muhanned. My name is Ahmad Abdullatif. I'm Palestinian, living in Saudi Arabia.
Mhm.
I have graduated in bachelor's with electrical and electronics engineering. Currently, I'm working as a project manager in electromechanical sector,
Okay.
and that's a small brief about myself. I'm 28 years old.
Okay, nice to meet you, Ahmed. Ahmed, I'm going to ask you a few questions about tourism in general and about you.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
can you tell us a little bit how do you like to travel a lot? And if you like to travel, where do you normally go? What do you normally plan to do on your traveling trips?
Yeah, actually, I do like traveling and I love traveling. I travel a lot, but everyone in the past year is due to
Obviously.
the situations where we're not traveling. But I like to plan my trips to visit places where obviously I like to visit beaches. That's my main concern,
Hmm.
and places where I never seen before. Mainly, I plan to go in places that I didn't see before. Every year or every time I travel to a new place.
Okay. Normally, how many trips do you travel in a year, assuming that Corona is not here, like in a normal lifestyle
Yeah, and normal lifestyle, 3 to 4 times maximum.
in a year?
Short trips. Yeah, annually.
Okay, excellent. Okay, what motivates you to travel?
Well, there is a saying says work hard, play hard. So I don't know if it's suitable for this sake of interview, but yeah, I work a lot and I like to have my own time because we deserve a break every once in a while. That's what mainly
Okay,
motivates me.
and what frustrates you about travels?
Well, bad weather mainly, and not meeting my expectations.
Mm-hmm,
Like before I travel, I do some research
mm-hmm.
where I'm going and what kind of activities is there.
Okay,
And
excellent.
most of the activities, such as like for beach activities, it depends on the weather. So if we are facing a bad weather, we're facing a bad activities and indoor activities, which is not my type.
Excellent, excellent. Do you struggle when you try to plan your or you organize your trip for a new country or a new place?
Not in a meaning of struggling. No, I don't call it struggling. I call it. I spend efforts in planning in a way that I ask people. Uh, Open research. Like I do some kind of researches. It's not a struggle,
Mhm.
but there is information you look so hard to get it. The inside of the small city or a small island that nobody know except the locals. So
Uh-huh.
it's very hard to call. We don't call it struggling. I call it hard research.
Do you normally prefer to have a fully organized trip, or do you prefer to have like a random free trip and just on spot activities?
Well, honestly, no. Organizing the full trip from day one to end of the trip, but it's not my type. I make the highlights. I make the major things I'm going to do. Then we go with the flow, and then it's a vacation. It's not a project or something that I have to stick to. But I will have all in all idea. I will have basics, what to do, what's to visit, and accordingly, and according to people I'm going with, according to the situation, according many factors, it's gonna be planned. It's gonna be a flexible plan, for example, to be accurate.
Okay, excellent. Normally, when you try to look up for places or attraction in the place you are going, what kind of tools do you use? How do you find the sources?
Well, mainly Google. Google is my top 130 to search for places, including some of the websites, well-known websites, TripAdvisor and so on. And yeah, just Google, and if I want to look deeper, I will be in contact with some of the locals, some of the people I know that they have traveled before, and I'll ask for advice from them.
And what helps you decide, like, for example, when you look into information in Google or TripAdvisor or Booking, what really take your attention to decide, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do this? What
Well,
helps you to decide?
It depends actually. It's not any. There is no certain KPIs to decide where to go. But it depends on the things, the activities. It depends on the people I'm going with. If we all agree that this kind of activity is suitable for us, it is, as I said, it is flexible thing. It's not strict, but depends on kind of the activities mainly. Plus of we all agreed of what we are going to do as a group of people I'm traveling with.
Okay, excellent. Do you always look for information before doing something? Like, for example, you went to one place and you decided to visit this place. Do you read information and you look up about this place before going there, or you just go there and?
No, honestly, I'll just have the idea of what's there, what I'm expecting, general idea. Then I'll leave myself to experience the place itself. I'm not just gonna have. I will not be looking for videos, and if that's what you mean, looking for videos and pictures, and exactly what I'm expecting there, because it's gonna take the pleasure of seeing a new place. I'll just have a random idea what's there, what I'm expecting. If it's suitable, if yes, I will go and I will experience it myself.
Okay. Do you get angry or frustrated if you decide to visit one place and then you arrive to that place and you are suddenly like surprised the place is extremely crowded and you can't perform the activity that you wanted to do due to the amount of people in the area? Did this happen to you before? Does this?
It did happen. It did happen in many ways. Going to a place where I found that it is under renovation, or it is like a holiday, they're closed, or they are overbooked. They will not allow to. I can't say that I'm gonna be pissed or angry. No, not to that extreme. But because again, it's a flexible trip. It is for fun. We'll plan, and if it didn't work, there is a plan B for it, and there is many things that we can do. I don't reach to being angry, because in the end I'm going for fun.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so basically what we are trying here to ask you is that we want to understand your nature about traveling and organizing tourism trips, because we are here studying a case in Barcelona, Spain, about now recently, before the COVID, Barcelona was suffering because of the over tourism in the city. There were like lots of tourists coming to the place. It's a very well-known city in the whole world, and there is a very high pressure of tourism in Barcelona, which caused a negative impact on the social life and in the environmental aspect. So this concern has been raising, and we have been in contact with the ministry, with the tourism bodies in Barcelona, and they they tackled this problem, and they expressed their concern about the over tourism in some neighborhoods and the lack of tourism in some other neighborhoods. Therefore, we are trying to design a solution for them to distribute the tourism in the city evenly in order not to interrupt the social and environmental aspects, as well as to ensure the quality of life for the residents is going smooth, because the residents also were very pissed off because of the amount of people in one neighborhood that interrupts the work, interrupts the transportation, and making it a very challenging life for them. Therefore, I'm going to present for you now a very quick simulation or a prototype of what we are trying to solve, or what is the idea. So basically, I'm going to show you the screen now. I don't know if you can see the screen.
It's loading. Yeah.
Okay, so basically what we are trying to do here, we are trying to build a recommendation system for tourism, similar to TripAdvisor, but in a different way. We are doing in a different point of view. Our product is going to be a recommendation system that is going to recommend to the tourists places to visit that are not crowded on a real-time basis. So, for example, this is the interface of the application. You are going to come inside, you are going to download the application, you are going to insert your personal information, and then you are going to set the destination, the place that you want to visit. For example, there is one very famous church in Barcelona called Sagrada La Familia, and this attraction or this place is always crowded all the year. If you choose to go to this place, our application is going to display some information about it, and it's going to show you that. One second, let me zoom here. Yes, it's going to show you some information about the place, and in case you want to go to this place, we are going to give you 150 points as a reward for you. But at the same time, we know that this place is going to be very crowded, and therefore we have highlighted a red points here that showing it's going to be perhaps very difficult for you to go inside this church to see it inside, because it's very crowded at the moment. So what we want to do is going to show a pop-up for you asking you for a recommendation if you want us to recommend for you another places that are very similar to the place you want to go. If you press on this button, we are going to display for you a list of recommendation that you can visit, and if you decide to follow this recommendation, you are going to be awarded with a higher points. Now these points are going to be saved later in the in your wallet in the application. One second, let me stop here. Yeah, it's going to be saved in your profile, and this profile, this wallet is going, these points, sorry, it's going to be exchanged for other rewards. For example, like a coupons or a voucher in restaurants, or a coffee in Starbucks, or a pizza in Domino's. It depends, and it's going to be redeemed at the end of the day, or at the end of the trip, or at the end of the year, as you like. It's going to be saved in your wallet, and in this way, we are going to gamify the tourism for the people, because in Barcelona, 45% or 40% of the tourists are coming back, not for like 40% of the people coming to Barcelona are not first-time visitors. They are like second, third, fourth-time visitors. So they know the places, they have been to these places, but they stick to these places, and which is really causing a problem on this. So the idea from this application, we are going to try to distribute the tourism. We are not going to push them. We are not going to force them. We are only going to recommend. And if you follow the recommendation, you are going to be rewarded at the end of the day. Of course, in alliance with the government and in alliance with other partners who are going to offer some rewards for them. So this is like very quick introduction about the product. So I'm going to ask you another few questions, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay, so have you ever heard of a similar service in any kind of application?
Recommending a place? No.
Okay. Based on the product that I have showed you just now, what do you think about it? What's your opinion on this?
Well, it's a brilliant idea, honestly, and it's a very good idea. I think it's going to help a lot. Uh, but I don't know if it's gonna help with the second or third time visitors. But for first timers, yeah,
Mhm.
I would like to be recommended. I would like to guide me to places that I didn't see. Yeah, for me, if I'm going to Barcelona for the first time, I might use that application. It will help me definitely. And I like really the idea of points and rewards and so that.
Okay. Okay, excellent. Will you be like um, considering having a, like we have one option in the product I forget to explain to you. It's called the track tour. For example, we can plan a track tour for you based on your place of residence in Barcelona, and we are going to display, or we are going to plan for you one tour from the day one to the end of your trip. Depends on the options you choose, for example, and you are going to follow this track, and you are going to have extra points. So does extra points or rewarding points seems attractive to you? Does it take your attention?
Yeah, as I said, it is a nice idea to plan the tour and to gain points. But uh, uh, from my point of view, it is uh, my way of vacation, or my definition of vacation is to chill out and reduce the planning and
Mm,
just go with the flow method of vacation. But
yeah.
definitely this kind of application will help if
Mhm.
I'm stuck in a place where I planned and I couldn't get in, and I don't know any other place nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely I'll be using this kind of application. Yeah.
Do you see any disadvantages on this product from your
No,
point of view?
well, it is going to be uh, not a disadvantage, but it's gonna be controlling the way of my vacation
Mm-hmm.
somehow. Where the thing you just said, that to plan the trip and getting points, it takes from my point of view. Then
Mm-hmm.
my point of view, that the way of like planning the whole trip and gaining points and people will be following, it takes the pleasure of experiencing new places, and so
Okay.
somehow I see it like that.
Okay. Um, who do you think is going to use this application? What kind of people do you think will use such a service?
I think families, a
Mm-hmm.
huge number of people, families mainly,
Uh-huh.
uh, elderly, I think so. uh, for young people, for young people, I don't think that they are going to be dependent. They might consult it as a plan B or plan C. They
Yeah.
couldn't find a place, but as a whole, as a whole planning, trip planning, I don't think that adult will be depending on that.
Excellent. Very good. Perfect. So that's really great. Is there anything we haven't talked about you would like to comment on?
I think, yeah, I think everything is clear.
Excellent. Any questions before we finish this interview? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, will be this kind of applications will be for free, or we have to pay?
No, it's going to be for free. Similar to other free applications like TripAdvisor, Yelp, and these things. It's only meant to provide a better experience for the tourists, and also improve the quality of life in Barcelona during the tourism, high seasonal tourism. So it's going to be like 100% free.
Hmm, very good idea.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Ahmad. We really appreciate your time.
Most welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording.